Hello everybody, my name's Llama Joe and welcome to my channel. Okay, so we're back to the letter and we're just going to hop right into it. I'm not going to explain much because I just stopped the recording and started a new one, so let's do this. Ash, on the other hand, couldn't be reached. All of my calls went straight to his voicemail. He's at it again, right here today, gone the next day. Oh well, his loss. We have agreed to meet at a nearby cafe, the same one I frequent with Becca because it's cheap and they give away free bread around closing time. Quaint, a little old-fashioned, though looks a wee bit out of place amidst the city's tall buildings, but we love it all the same. Much like its facade, the interior carries an antiquated charm to it. Vintage art pieces and a row of shelves boasting an extensive collection of books cover the walls. It would have been nice to hang out here for hours on end, but even on a weekend the place is still packed with people. Thankfully, Beck and Zach have already found seats and are engaged in some casual chatter when I arrive. It's strange seeing the two of them without Ash accompanying the other. They've never been particularly close. Sure, they talk when they meet, laugh at the same things when there's something funny, but there's distance. The kind born purely out of differing interests. That or Zach's simply afraid of Becca. It's not impossible, and I won't blame him if he is. He might be the tallest in our group, but everyone knows that it means nothing against Becca's temper. Even I am a little scared of her.
Zach! Becca! Well, you seem to be in a better mood today. What happened? I know that smile, Belle. Come on, still.
Don't rush me. Let's order food first, okay?
A waitress comes by to take our order. On a normal day, me and Becca will order a hearty serving of their special vegetarian stovies. Zach takes anything with a good helping of meat, sausages, or potatoes in it. My boy Zach knows what's up. Screw that vegetarian garbage, all about that meat. I mean, if you're a vegetarian, obviously that's fine. It's not a bash of vegetarians, I personally love like meat and potatoes because that's just delicious. But today's a good day, great even. It's not wrong to indulge a little, right?
Today's special. For the three of us.
Even the person jotting down our order looks surprised at today's meal choice. She writes it nevertheless and leaves without a comment. Becca furrows her eyebrows, her mouth halfway open, ready to let loose what's likely a string of reprimands.
Don't worry, it's my treat.
The glare she sends my way reminds me of the one I received from Mama when I punched a kid bullying my younger brother 18 years ago. Naturally, I never did it again after she made me apologize the next day, but Becca's far from being my mom. A small sheepish grin is enough to turn that frown into a defeated sigh. Food arrives in the middle of a funny story from Zach, putting the rest of the conversation on hold as we are each served our order. It isn't anything fancy. Pan-roasted sea bass with citrus-dressed asparagus and a portion of mashed potatoes on the side, or at least that's what the daily special board says. I never did pay any attention to it whenever I come here, since they price whatever's written way above what I'm willing to spend on a food on a single day.
Oh good. I'm so hungry, I think I'm dying.
You're always hungry.
Hey, not all the time.
Let me guess. You skipped breakfast again.
Yep.
Not on purpose. I may have overslept by a few seconds today.
Yeah, just a few seconds.
Right then. Stop stalling, Isabella. What's this about?
Yeah, Becca's down to business. She wants to just cut the crap. Tell me what's up.
Let us say, Rebecca. She wouldn't be inviting us out if it wasn't worth hearing out.
Well, we're waiting.
I'm treating you guys to a once-in-a-century thing.
An expectant grin breaks out on my face, except...
I'm sorry, say that again?
And this is important because...
Becca only raises an eyebrow at me, while Zach appears like he didn't get the punchline to another lame joke Ash made and is desperately searching for someone to explain it. Oh, bummer. Maybe I should rephrase it? My instant noodle days are over.
Here, let me do that again.
Hey! New with Becca.
Guess what, guys? I'm paying! I sold the house!
As the news sinks in, their expression goes from sheer bewilderment to utter surprise. That's more like it.
You heard me right, ladies and gentlemen. As of today, I'm Maria Isabella Grace Cruz Santos and free from my instant noodle binge.
Yeah, boy.
Seriously?
Hold it, Belle. You sold the house?
Yep.
Which house is this? In Aslam Village? The one with the open house yesterday?
Yes.
The one and only. Come on, Becca. I know you've got a better memory than that.
Oh, wow. That's...
She lets out a hum. Although she's nodding, she gives the impression of someone who has heard something unbelievable and is still forcing her brain to absorb it. Did she think we wouldn't be able to sell it? Have some faith in me, Becca. Am I not your best friend, or what?
You don't believe me?
The words tumbled out of my mouth before I could stop them. I've been trying to avoid bringing up yesterday's little spat, and judging from the looks on their faces, it seems they are too. Me and my stupid mouth.
I'm sure it ain't the way you're thinking, Bella.
No, I do believe you. But don't you think the sale happened a bit too fast? The open house only started yesterday, and now you already have a buyer?
It happens from time to time?
Yeah, but look, I'm happy for you. Just yesterday, you've been really worried where to get money for your dad's new treatment. And now, all of a sudden, you have something. What if the sale doesn't push through, or I don't know, they're a fraud, or they suddenly back out? Isn't it a little too early to celebrate?
Oh, don't be a Debbie Downer, Becca. Come on.
Rebecca does have a point, Bella. If you haven't closed the deal yet, there's still a chance they'll
Don't
go
put
back.
doubt in her mind. Come on.
They don't seem like it to me. The lady appeared to really want it, and she approached me without even finishing the tour.
Yeah, like, come on. Pressure me into it more like. But I'm not going to tell Becca about that. Knowing her, she'd only
And
worry.
she already hired someone to handle the house's interior design.
You're joking. Who would do that?
The Wrights, apparently. It's actually pretty funny. She's a bit too excited to get the property, she forgot to buy it. At any rate, they've already signed the agreement today, so it's just a matter of time. And don't tell anyone about this, but Ma'am Hannah also gave us something extra.
Something as in...
As in, it's why I can treat you two to a free meal.
I'm almost surprised you accepted it.
She didn't really give us a choice in the matter. So don't lose sleep over this, okay? The couple really want the house. If Rose didn't stop them, they'd likely have paid up front for it yesterday. That's despite the legends, too. I even tried to show them the letter. But nope. I want this house, darling. Go take all our money.
Oh, that's a
Don't
good impression.
really think they believe that, do you? I'm pretty sure for them, those are just rumors as well. No one is that superstitious in this day and age, Belle.
Oh, here we go again.
Oh, well, there's you.
Oh, no.
Right. You know what? I'll just eat all of these by myself.
I begin to gather their plates to my side, the food in each still untouched. A laugh almost escapes my mouth the way Zach's expression quickly changes to disappointment. Becca's hand interrupts me, just about to pull her plate closer to me.
I'm kidding. Don't go all pouty on me again. I'm just concerned you'll get hurt if this doesn't happen. I know how badly you want to close this deal for your papa.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm sure he's gonna be fine now, though, with the money. They don't know yet. I think I'll call them tomorrow. Let them know things will be easier. Mama said this morning he's showing progress with the new treatment, too. It's just a matter of time.
I allow myself to smile, genuine and uninhibited. It's strange talking about this with other people, even those who have known you long enough. But today, things simply feel a whole lot lighter with them here. Lunch passes in an enjoyable fashion. A laugh here, a playful jab there, but most of it is spent on catching up and telling stories about whatever's keeping us busy these days. Something we couldn't afford to do the day before, taking into account what happened. Even Becca's surprisingly chatty. Is there something in the sea bass we ate? Zach, though, appears less energetic. While he's far from being the life of the party, he's definitely not the type to keep quiet in conversation with his friends. Apart from a few inputs, he's been silent the entire time. If Becca notices...
Are you sure you're not feeling under the weather, Zachary?
And Becca did notice.
Huh? No, I'm okay. No worries, Rebecca.
I really like this music they got picked for this. It's like the little anime intro, but it's just acoustic. It's pretty nice.
Doesn't sound okay to me.
It's okay. I might be feeling a little bummed out today, but I'm sure this will pass.
That's not what to do with this movie? Was that why he's upset?
Is it about the reviews this morning?
Answered my question. A pained expression crosses Zach's face, and almost immediately, Becca retreats in her inquiry as though the man's look is enough of an answer for her. I look between the two of them. Did I miss something? What happened this morning? Did I stumble on a big secret? This is why I don't like waking up late.
You heard about those, huh?
Sorry, I just happened to check on some sites this morning.
No, it's a very sensitive topic in the first place. I should have expected it.
What reviews?
Becca glances at Zach, her motions unsure, eyes asking for his consent on the matter. Although there's a small desire to keep asking on my part, I don't dare voice it out. With Zach, it has always been better to wait. Let him speak on his own. Becca too, to some extent, although with her, explosions of temper are more common. In the end, he simply answers with a shift of his shoulders, gesturing for her to go on with a tilt of his head.
It's his movie.
That doesn't explain anything. Stop dangling the information, Becca!
Okay, Isabella, you're smarter than this. Put 2 and 2 together. He got some bad reviews on his movie. It's pretty obvious at that point.
Zachary, I'm not the one supposed to be telling her about this. It's still your documentary.
Is it something bad?
Not bad per se. You guys don't need to dwell on it much.
Is it something bad? You're just really upset and you're talking about reviews for the movie you made that you were really proud and excited about being in this film festival. But is it bad, though? What kind of stupid question is that?
Bad? Listen here. I wouldn't trivialize what those bowheads wrote if I were you.
Bowheads?
They're ruining
Alright.
other people's jobs.
From how her tone rises in anger, it seems like she's the one slighted and not Zach. A snicker escapes me, which I promptly stamp down on as soon as she sends me a hard look.
This isn't a laughing matter, Isabella. Some bowbag just insulted him.
Calm down, Rebecca. Those are just reviews, and it happens a lot.
I do not ken about you two, but calling the entire film an out-and-out dribble, you're better off watching an educational kids' TV show, and worst 1.5 hour of my life, among other things, isn't exactly a critique any decent movie reviewer. If you could call that a critique. Did we even watch the same film?
Damn, Becca's pissed.
Well, maybe I ain't cut out for it. Better stick with my photography or something. If nothing else, this helped me open my eyes to what I can and can't do.
Nah, dude, don't go. I'm doing this YouTube thing. I've got 12 subscribers, all of which people know me. And I'm not going to stop doing it. Just because someone is negative towards you, someone's hurtful towards you, someone tells you you can't do something, you're not good at something, that shouldn't be a reason to give up. That shouldn't be a reason to stop. I'm going to keep doing this YouTube thing for years. I'm going to keep trying to do better. I'm going to keep doing the best that I can. And will I get popular someday? Maybe. Maybe not. I'm having fun with this. This is something that I'm doing because I'm passionate about it. So, Zach, fuck off.
You're giving up.
It wasn't a question.
It was just something experimental I did on my free time anyway. It's no big deal.
What do you think I'm doing?
But you worked on it for months.
Doesn't look like it matters for those people.
Don't say that!
My palm strikes the table, sending the tableware on top, clinking against each other. I didn't even notice when I rose from my seat. But here I am, chest heaving, looking down at him in the same manner a teacher would at an unruly student. Becca's probably proud. I didn't mean to yell, but there are some things people like Zach aren't supposed to say. How exasperating. He, of all people, should know.
It's just a review.
Except they're pretty well-known critics.
Who cares?
Why does that matter? They aren't the ones calling the shots on this. Isn't that why they have a committee? Right, Becca?
An amused gleam is in her eyes when I turn to her. What does she find so entertaining here? Help me here. Your friend's about to quit his passion for a petty reason. I haven't read what those people wrote about his work, but a few scathing words shouldn't be enough to discourage someone. I should know. After all,
Playing means you're playing, Zach. Not that I'm saying it's bad. I've seen it from start to finish, and I know for myself what you created isn't something people should scoff at.
Honestly, it looked like it was a documentary about slavery, and given today's society, I think this is fairly relevant, that there are people that are just assholes. That they see something like that, and they're gonna shit in it because of what it's about, and that's clearly wrong. And so, I mean, you're gonna have people that are gonna hate you, and the more popular you get, the more successful you become, the more people are going to despise you because they want what you have, because they're jealous of what you have. So
I don't know anything about filming or photography. Hell, I don't have an inkling of artistry in me except for those doodles I make for class. But I know what I watched. Look at Isabella. It's not every day you see her all riled up like this.
whatever I'm about to say gets lost on my tongue as a flush of embarrassment blooms across my face.
It was a heat of the moment thing. And anyway, I'll be very angry with you if you quit. What about the exhibit?
What exhibit?
Classified information.
Even if I bring you your favorite tonight?
Nope, not a chance.
Oh, come on! I thought we aren't supposed to have secrets.
A burst of laughter comes from Zach.
Thanks, you two. I might need some time alone to myself for a while. Just to think about things, how I'll go from here, that sort of stuff.
I mean, that's fine. As long as at least you're giving some thought into it.
Hey, I'm not quitting, Bella. Don't give me that face.
There's no face at all. Only a poor imitation of puppy dog eyes, if you could call this one.
Promise?
I'll be damned if I break any promise I make to you guys. Besides, you're right. It's too early to say anything right now.
Yeah.
What's night ain't for another week.
And that's all the answer I need from him. As sentimental as it sounds, there's fulfillment in knowing another person you know won't take the same path you've walked. It's not like it's over for me, though. I still have time. I can still come back. Yeah, I relate to Isabella on a lot of levels on that regard, where I'm not happy where I'm at in life. I feel a lot like a failure in a lot of ways, where I wish I was doing more. I wish there was more fulfillment. And YouTube actually is helping with that, just because it's something that I've wanted to do, it's something I'm passionate about, and it's the first thing. I was on a podcast for a video game I really love, and a podcast that I love listening to. And that was the first time I had felt true, genuine happiness in a long time. That felt like I had actually done something. So, I mean, it's not too late to figure out who you are, what you want to do, what you want to be, because you're always going to have time. You're always going... And life gets in the way. Life changes. I had a whole plan, a whole future, and it all shattered. And it turned out to be a good thing, because it prevented me from making a lot of choices in my life that I would regret for the rest of my life, just because I wanted money, or just because I wanted to be in a relationship, or just because I thought it was something that I needed to do when it clearly wasn't. So there's still time for me too. It doesn't seem like it always, and it may not seem like it for you guys, but there is time, and you definitely should always take the opportunity when it presents itself. Do my own thing. Do what I really want to do. Surely once Papa recovers, once I'm done with everything. Inside my bag, my phone buzzes unexpectedly, breaking the pleasant afternoon lull. The screen shows Rose.
Hey, Isabella. You at the office?
Ha ha. Very funny, Rose. I'm hanging up.
Don't, I'm kidding. BRC says the floor plan copies are ready for Miss McCullough to pick up.
Oh, you said her name wrong. It's McCall. She states that it already explains everything. Then, out of the blue, she launches a long rant about the awful state of Luxborn's streets. All of which she says in a single breath that I can barely keep up and make out a single word. I stay quiet, if only to avoid becoming the next object of her frustration. She's similar to Becca in that
We're
regard.
stuck in horrendous traffic right now. Bloody stupid drivers.
When she has finally ran out of things to complain about and stops, what she says next still has none of what I'm hoping to hear from her. Just a quick mumbled plea for me to meet the Wright's interior designer in her stead, and
Anyway,
then...
I'll leave it to you. Bye. Thanks.
Classic Rose. She ends the call without even asking for my input. The sky is cloudless and the noontime sun is beating down on the hard concrete when we leave the cafe. It's far from unbearable, but it's enough to put most people in a fickle mood or make them vulnerable to catching something. No wonder we have staff members going AWOL lately, not to mention my boss's mercurial moods. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I want our usual cloudy weather back. For all the gripes about the unpredictable weather, though the streets of Luxborn remain constantly busy. The hurried tapping of shoes against the pavement and inane chatter coming from the lunchtime crowd fill the humid afternoon air. I'm gonna read this real quick. Oh, nice. I actually never really stared at the picture. That's cute. There's Isabella. I guess that's the drunk brother. I don't know. A day after the open house, the Wrights were seen securing the mansion's purchase at a breeder really like Britt's office. Parties involved in the transactions were surprised at how fast it went, but agreed it was expected when dealing with influential people like the Wrights. Happy over the sale, Isabel Santos treated her friends to lunch. A small reminder of the things we still have to do, regardless of how much I want to return to the comfort of my bed. Back to bar reality for me. Zach to a meeting with the magazine publisher featuring luxury houses, and Becca to her lesson plans and books at home. But more than once, I catch her sneaking a longing glance over something displayed on a shop window. Did she want to buy something? Maybe I can get it for her this Christmas. I turn my head at the last shop she checked out. Is it like a wedding thing? Because she wants to be with Ash? A fleeting glimpse. The world stills. Oh, no. Okay. That's not disturbing. She looks at me. Eyes hollow, gaze piercing, and boring into my very soul, like a set of chains to keep my whole body still. This is the first time we see her face. There are no shadows or whispers this time, only a plea. A hum, low and indistinct. Her eyes twitching, compelling me, beckoning me, intent on dragging me to the void beyond the glass. Yeah, okay, maybe you should see what she wants help with. Like, maybe she ain't gonna kill you if you help her. Hey, just ask her. Stop running away. I'd be pretty pissed off. Like, maybe it's like the Sixth Sense, where the kid sees dead people, and all they want is just, like, help. You just acknowledge that they're dead. I don't dare move. My heart hammers against my ribs, each beat, every thumb, screaming at me to look away and make a run for it. But I can't. I couldn't. All of my limbs feel heavy, while my own breathing strains in the face of her calls. Help me.
Leave me alone.
Her mouth is stretched in a grin, wide and unpleasant. The panic building up in my chest forces me to take a tentative step back. I try not to stare at the decaying flesh, the blood streaming from the gaping wounds on her arm or her nailless fingers. I don't want this. Not like this. Not after what I got. Not after I got what I want for Papa.
No, no, stop. Leave me alone.
Oh, God. Her face contorts and she lets out a wail, sharp and utterly unforgiving. Rage. There's only hatred and bitterness, as if the very notion of turning away from her is an offense in and of itself.
Please, I don't want this.
Before I know it, I'm stumbling backwards, my own throat hoarse from the screams I didn't even notice already coming from out of my mouth. The back of my feet catches on a loose stone, sending me sprawling on the ground. The resulting pain completely jolts me out of the haze, blurring my mind. For a little while, my surroundings appear unfamiliar until Becca's face swims into my vision. A look of concern is on her face, and her hands are gripping my arms tight. Even Zack appears beside himself with worry while he stands behind her, acting as a shield against a small crowd of onlookers already forming around us.
What happened?
Bella, you okay?
My mouth opens and closes, but nothing comes out. The words refuse to form. On impulse, I sneak a swift glance at the display window. She's gone. Yet the foreboding feeling hasn't left me. My hands are still shaking as I push myself off the ground, my weakened limbs relying solely on reflex and muscle memory. Something icy has made its home at the pit of my stomach. I want to throw up, anything to get the wretched sensation out.
You were screaming. Zack, call someone.
No, don't. I'm good. I'm good. I need to get to the office. Rose, the floor plans. Someone's going to pick it up. I'll see you later.
Careful. Don't stand up yet. Stay put, Isabella. Zack, you watch over her for me. I'll call for someone.
I attempt a smile to put her at ease, but it's likely to come off as a grimace. Gently, I pushed her hands off my shoulders. My knees are still trembling, but I can stand. Leave. Leave me. Stay away. Away. The humidity's stifling, everyone's stares are unnerving, and Becca and Zack's concerns are suffocating. I don't want to be here. No more. I break into a run. You know what? I'm actually really getting to the story, and this really is helping, so I'm going to go and record one more tonight. So, but first we'll read the journal, and we'll end this recording. After a pleasant lunch with Zachary Steele and Rebecca Gales, Isabella Santos received an urgent phone call from Rose Cooper, asking her to meet with the Wrights' interior designer. Left with no choice, she hurried back to BRC, but on her way, one of those shops she passed by, a familiar smile greeted her. Gross. Okay. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and seriously, even, like, the one view I get from all of my videos, which I'm pretty sure is my roommate Eric, so shout out to you, bud. Thank you. It means a lot. and I really do appreciate it. And having even one sub, one view, it's enough to make me keep going. And although, yeah, most of the people subscribed are my friends, I haven't gotten any real negative feedback. I've gotten some constructive criticism, which has been great. And I've been working on my channel a little bit. Still, you know, financially tight, working 2 jobs, trying to pay off debt and all that stuff. So, but I'm working on improving the channel and making it better. So, thank you guys for being there and being a part of this and being a part of this journey that I go on. It really means a lot to me. And it really helps when I get down in life. So, I didn't mean to make it real and make it deep, but thank you. So, thank you all for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like, and I'll do my best to make it right for you guys. My name's Llama Joe, and I'll catch you guys later!